Hello everyone, and welcome to my Emmerdale official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to Emmerdale spoilers, Rose Jackson attempts to make contact, or so her daughter Dawn Taylor believes, before going missing in dark scenes. Spoilers reveal: concerned Dawn Taylor received an alarming letter from her mother after she appeared to escape on Thursday night. But not everything is as it seems, with mounting anxiety for Rose's safety following frightening incidents. Viewers are aware that Kim Tate and Will Taylor ditched Rose in the middle of nowhere once her lies were uncovered. A mysterious persona then drove past Rose and pulled over, seemingly tied to her disappearance. Rose was not to be seen in the episode, which showed her handbag and other items scattered across the ground, implying that something had happened to her. Will and Kim have concealed their actions, and when it is revealed that Rose may be gone, both will be suspicious of each other. On Friday, a day after Rose left a voicemail for daughter Dawn declaring she couldn't stay and had to leave, a frightening finding was made. Will was surprised when the cops arrived with Rose's bag, and he worried what had happened to her. Dawn is concerned about her absent mother and plans to search for her the following week. She proposes they employ a private investigator, leaving Kim, and may concerned that the truth about what they did may come to light. Kim soon discloses to Will that she has Rose's phone and proposes that they send a message from it to Dawn to prevent her from involving investigators. Will is disturbed that Kim has the phone in her possession, but has she done anything to Rose? Dawn is later left devastated when her absent mother contacts her unexpectedly. Dawn receives a text message from Rose stating that she is not returning and has left for good. Of course, Kim has Rose's phone, so it appears that Kim and Will are claiming to be her following their earlier conversation. But will they wind up making problems worse if someone discovers they have the device? And what exactly happened to Rose? Emmerdale has published an exciting clip anticipating the entrance of newcomer John Sugden to the hamlet, which includes a second link. Next week's spoilers show Victoria Sugden being surprised when she discovers a secret family member. In the following scenes, Eric Pollard's automobile breaks down, preventing him from attending an old friend's funeral. Instead of abandoning him, Victoria generously offers to drive him there. However, not long after arriving at the church, Victoria unwittingly puts her foot in it with the heartbroken son during his mother's funeral, and she is even more startled to learn his name is John Sugden. Later, Eric awkwardly reveals that John could be her half-brother and the offspring of her late father, Jack Sugden. In a twist of destiny, Mackenzie Boyd returns to the village and receives a call at the garage about a nearby breakdown, which turns out to be John's. Eric and Victoria are astonished to see John in the village, and it isn't long before the newcomer starts ruffling some feathers. Oliver Farnworth has been cast as the gloomy and intriguing John Sugden, according to reports released earlier this month. Emmerdale has published an exciting new trailer anticipating John's arrival, in which he is seen with Victoria in a field before Aaron Dingle is spotted, prompting John to throw him a nasty glance. A voiceover suggests, "A new Sugden is coming to Emmerdale." Aaron was previously married to Robert Sugden, who left the show in 2019 after being sentenced to prison for Lee Posner's death. Robert accidentally killed Lee when he attacked him after Lee brutally raped his sister Victoria. As he was convicted, Robert accepted responsibility for his crime and severed all links with the village and his family. However, many have long hoped he might return, particularly after suggestions that Robert may not have caused his death. Lee had brain injuries after being struck, however it was later discovered that Lee had also been hit by his brother Luke, which may have contributed to his death. And, with a new Sugden arriving in the village, might Robert be returning? There are home farm homicide worries in Emmerdale next week, with Kim Tate concealing a dark secret about missing adversary Rose, while two villagers visit a burial and are shocked. Despite Rose's apparent disappearance, Kim and her husband Will Taylor are acting strangely. They certainly know more than they let on, and when we find a new, concerning development, it appears Kim has back to her old ways of doing things. Meanwhile, Victoria Sugden attends a funeral with Eric Pollard, but is completely shocked when she meets a brother she had no idea about. Meanwhile, the fate of a troubled kid is confirmed, with Samson Dingle facing the consequences of his actions. Monday, August 5. Will and Kim try to be nice, but they keep snapping at each other over Rose's inexplicable departure. When dawn arrives, they put on grins to conceal their remorse. Will is at a loss for words when Dawn proposes that Kim use her resources to hire a private detective to find Rose. Later that morning, Will discusses the private investigator quandary with Kim, and she attempts to devise a solution. When Kim visits Caleb, she enjoys sharing what his wife has been up to. Meanwhile, at home, Ruby is concerned about Caleb's reaction when he discovers what she has done. Soon, Kim offers that she and Will send a message from Rose's phone, resulting in Dawn canceling the search, but Will is more concerned with how Kim obtained Rose's phone in the first place. Meanwhile, Ruby's bewilderment intensifies as a wordless Caleb leads her to a mystery depot and exits. Dawn is heartbroken after receiving a note from Rose stating that she would not return. Moira can't disguise her dislike for Samson. Samson finally musters the courage to stand up to Josh, but Sam and Lydia are shocked when Samson is imprisoned for assault on Josh. Moira appears satisfied as she looks on. Kane wonders whether Moira was involved. Brenda is outraged to learn that Pollard facilitated Vic's firing from the hide and orders him to make amends immediately. Later, Pollard offers Victoria a position in the shop, which she gladly accepts. Brenda was astonished when Pollard handed her a job without disclosing his participation in her firing. Tuesday, August 6. Kane finds it difficult to think Moira was not the one who grassed Samson up. In the Woolpack, Amelia is waiting for word on Samson's plea hearing because she is concerned about the consequences for Esther of having her biological father locked away. Lydia enters with news, which silences the Woolpack. Under pressure from Brenda and crushed by remorse, Pollard admits that he forced Jay to fire her from the hide and faces the full weight of Victoria's wrath for masterminding her dismissal and leaving her penniless. He tries to justify his recent decisions, but Victoria is too devastated to accept his explanation. Victoria tries to speak, but Aaron is too preoccupied with someone on his phone to listen properly. Victoria is left thinking after Aaron explains how she might take advantage of the circumstances surrounding her dismissal. Kim is reluctant to discuss the subject with Will, yet there are still trust difficulties between them. Jimmy almost hears about Will's kiss, but Kim finally opens up to Lydia about her failing marriage. Amelia discovers by mistake that Noah was the one who grassed up Samson, and she is enraged because he has denied her daughter her biological father. She orders him to go immediately. Wednesday, August 7. Noah rushes to save his relationship, pledging to come clean if Amelia will not let go of him. Mandy's financial concerns are acute as she prepares for her honeymoon. She covertly tries to add a £20 fee to Tracy's nail session. Tracy is astonished, so Mandy eventually says she is deeply in debt but refuses to tell Patty the truth. Will is close to telling Kim the truth. Kim tells him she's leaving for Dubai on a business trip this afternoon, and he's heartbroken to know she'd rather be anywhere than here with him. Thursday, August 8. Pollard is disappointed that his car will not be ready, and Victoria saves the day by offering to drive him to the burial. When they get at the church, Victoria puts her foot in it with a sad son attending his mother's burial. But she is horrified when the heartbroken son says his name is John Sugden. Pollard hesitantly confesses that John could be her father's son. When Mac receives a call from a nearby breakdown, he sets off to investigate. When Pollard and Victoria arrive, she's resolved to see John again. Rodney is pleased to be driving for the haulage company, but Jimmy hopes he does not regret his decision. Later, Jimmy learns that Rodney's delivery was incomplete, and he quickly blames his father-in-law. But as anyone else involved, Mandy is determined to settle her bills without involving Patty. Later, a conversation with Gail left Mandy wondering if becoming a financial dominatrix is the solution. Friday, August 9. John, stranded in the village, is causing trouble. Despite Tracy's disapproval, Mandy creates her web profile, and Madame Dales is born. Jimmy is upset when an inspector arrives to conduct a spot check on the haulage cars and issues him a large fine. So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my videos, please press like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time.